What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into one of the biggest bombshells out of Washington. Senator John Kennedy just went head-to-head with the FDIC, calling out years of corruption, harassment, and cover-ups. And trust me, this isn't just political drama. This impacts your money, your trust, and your future.
Ms. Romero, I know you've read the Cleary-Gottlieb report. Is that correct?
Yes, Senator.
I watched a lot of powerful people in this town try to cover it up. They said, oh, it's bad, but don't worry. The FDIC chairman will fix it. This was the same FDIC chairman who had been at the agency since God was a corporal and under whom all this stuff happened.
Senator John Kennedy took the gloves off in a Senate Banking Committee hearing, confronting the FDIC for what he called systemic abuse and total leadership failure. He pointed straight at the Cleary-Gottlieb report, an investigation that absolutely rocked the agency.
And fortunately, that point of view didn't prevail. Here's the way I read the report. 97 people at that agency reported 145 separate incidents of sexual assaults. 91 others reported 141 separate incidents of gender or sexuality-based discrimination. 187 people reported 320 separate incidents of verbal abuse. Over 500 people, about 10% of the people at the agency, came forward about discrimination, harassment, mistreatment they faced at the FDIC. Now, I listened to you say all the right words. And you talked about accountability. And you talked about refurbishing the tarnished reputation of the agency. And you talked about listening. And I appreciate all that. But the phrase that got my attention was, send a clear message that this won't be tolerated. If you want to do that, what you need to do before you do your listening tours or all that other stuff, you need to investigate every one of these allegations, every single one, and find out if they're true. And if they are true, then somebody ought to be, the person who's responsible should be fired, should be sued, and or should be prosecuted. And then you'll have a cleaner agency. Now, I don't have any questions. You're either going to do it or you're not. But I think a lot of the members of the committee agree with me. We're going to be watching. Every time the FDIC comes before the Banking Committee, as long as I'm on it, I'm going to ask you about progress with specificity.
He warned her directly, talk is cheap. If she doesn't investigate every single allegation, the cycle of abuse will continue. Now you might be thinking, why should I care? Here's why. The FDIC protects your bank deposits. If it's corrupt, your money and your trust in the financial system are at risk. This isn't just about Washington politics, it's about accountability in an institution that touches every single American. Kennedy's message was clear. Enough is enough. He promised to watch and demand specific progress. Christy Goldsmith Romero is at a crossroads. Prove she's serious or become another name in a whitewasher list. Do you think she will follow through, or will this be another case of talk is cheap? If you want more unfiltered breakdowns, click subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts below. Until next time, stay vigilant.